Right now at noon, court proceedings may put the brakes on filling the vacant mayor's seat to Carl Junction.
And we had some showers and storms out to our west. More pop-up storms likely later today. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, remembering Robert Redford, a look at the life and legacy of the Oscar-winning director.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. The entertainment world has lost a true icon. Legendary actor, director, and activist Robert Redford has died at his home in Utah at the age of 89. Jared Hill looks back at his extraordinary career.
With his golden boy looks, Robert Redford became one of Hollywood's biggest stars in the 60s and 70s, tackling the Western in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Watergate in the thriller All the President's Men, and romances including The Way We Were opposite Barbra Streisand.
There's always more with that game.
He received his only Oscar nomination for acting in 1973's The Sting, playing a Depression-era con artist alongside Paul Newman. He did win an Oscar, not for acting, but for his directing debut, 1980's Ordinary People.
Just stop it.
No, you tell her to stop it!
The drama about a family's struggle following their son's death also won Best Picture. He directed other notable films, including A River Runs Through It and Quiz Show. Most of Redford's projects dealt with topics close to his heart, including the environment.
Look at all the films and judge for yourself. I just had fun doing them.
Disillusioned with Hollywood, Redford moved to Utah, where he became a champion of independent film, establishing the Sundance Institute and Sundance Film Festival. It became a force in the industry, nurturing previously unknown filmmakers, including Quentin Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Our job and our role is to create a space and a platform to bring new voices and new ways of seeing the world using independent film to this place. That's it.
In a statement, Redford's publicist said he died at his home at Sundance, the place he loved, surrounded by those he loved. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Now, Redford was married twice and had 4 children. 2 are still surviving. Let's head over now to Chris Warner for a look at today's forecast.
Yeah, we've had some scattered showers and thunderstorms even out to our west earlier today. Didn't really move much, but they clipped parts of Greenwood County. Right now, though, it is just muggy and warm. Well, it's getting hot out there. This is what's left of those showers and storms that developed this morning. Again, what they kind of weren't expected, but they did happen, and they're slowly dying down. But they've helped set the stage, too, for additional pop-up storms later today. Started yesterday at 65, made it to 93. Now, because parts of Elk and Chautauqua counties have been close enough, some of the far western edges here are a little cooler, but majority of us upper 80s to right about 90 is where we sit in Pittsburgh. And we've got dew points in the upper 60s, near 70. So that's put heat index values for some of us. Look at Pittsburgh, too. 95 is what it feels like. It's September. It's halfway through September, and we've still got heat index values to talk about. The good news is eventually relief is on the way, just not today. Isolated pop-up storms will be possible through 8 o'clock. Otherwise, we're partly cloudy, back down to the mid-70s by 11, and mild temperatures overnight. We're going to talk about our thunderstorm chances this afternoon, slightly better chances tomorrow into Thursday, and when that cooler weather gets here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, the McCune Brooks Healthcare Foundation and Here for Carthage are breaking ground on the Colpin Family Pavilion, the future home of the Carthage Farmers Market and a new community gathering space. This morning, the community gathered to celebrate the project, which is funded through major gifts from local foundations and trusts. Organizers say it will provide a permanent venue for farmers, families, and community events.
We've just been working so hard and trying to make the right decision for the city. So seeing this happen, it just feels like a labor of love. We've really poured our heart into it.
Now they hope to be up and running by April 1st of next year. The recent impeachment of Carl Junction's mayor has created legal turmoil for the city. A statement from the city's attorney indicates the city cannot move forward with appointing a new mayor due to former Mayor Mike Moss filing a petition for judicial review. The city's attorney also calls the special meeting scheduled for tonight to filled the vacancy premature while the impeachment process is ongoing. However, the impeachment board will meet during tonight's council meeting. This comes weeks after the former mayor challenged his removal. His attorney says the council acted wrongfully by removing the mayor without evidence of wrongdoing. Without a legally recognized vacancy, the city will remain mayorless until the courts rule on Moss's challenge. Well, driving violations are piling up in Carl Junction just weeks into the school year. The Carl Junction School District has seen an unusual uptick in the amount of drivers committing stop-arm violations when passing school buses. KOAM's Kenny Foreman has the latest.
At Carl Junction School District, student safety is a priority. For those who take the bus, however, reckless driving can pose a threat. It's been a point of frustration for District Transportation Director Jared Richmond.
I think people just don't want to wait a minute to wait on the school bus. We've had ones that you can see as they go by, they're on their cell phones. Other people will, yell at us as they run through the stop sign. They just feel that they're entitled to go and they don't want to wait.
Missouri law states drivers need to come to a stop when approaching school buses with a stop sign and flashing lights. Luckily for the community, a tragedy has yet to occur, but Richmond knows it needs to stay this way.
We've never had a child injured due to this. There's been multiple close calls, but obviously, our concern is to get our kids to and from school every day safely, so we don't want there to be an incident.
Despite school being in session for just a few weeks, there have already been a reported 25 stop-arm violations, and that's just including the ones that have been reported.
We have had multiple more that we couldn't get a license plate or something in order to turn over to law enforcement. So that's just what we've been able to investigate here.
As director, Richmond hopes he can help remind drivers a few more seconds of caution can help preserve lives.
You just want to tell drivers on the road that waiting behind a school bus for less than a minute to make a stop isn't worth taking someone's life.
In Carl Junction, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Well, Carl Junction has 34 routes buses that roughly 2,000 students rely on. Richmond says this is an ongoing issue throughout Jasper County and is not unique to just Carl Junction. Well, Jasper County has seen an increase in the number of foster kids in the area, coinciding with an increase of child abuse cases in the county. While foster parents are always in demand, officials in Jasper County find the need is even greater in the fall. According to CASA and the Jasper County Court, they receive more calls for help as students return to the classroom. CASA says Jasper County currently ranks 98th out of 113 counties in Missouri for child welfare.
The state of Missouri has done a lot of prevention work in the last year, and so we're seeing that sometimes prevention doesn't always track or pan out for some of these cases, and that's what unfortunately brings kids into foster care.
Also an uptick because of school attendance and kids not being present. That can also maybe get Children's Division involved where they wouldn't be in the summertime.
CASA says they are always in need of volunteers. They recommend reaching out to help them if you would like to. Well, Missouri American Water recognized an area trade school yesterday with the check presentation. The utility company presented $15,000 to the Franklin Technology Center in Joplin, as well as Joplin school representatives. Missouri American presented the check on behalf of the American Water Charitable Foundation. FTC says the grant will be used for programs including auto technology, collision repair, HVAC, machine tools, CNA, and computer information systems.
What we're experiencing within our own industry is over the next 5 to 7 years, we're looking at losing between 25 and 40% of our own workforce. And a lot of those career fields focus on science and technology and a lot of similar things that Franklin Tech offers. So from that vantage point, we're just looking to build the labor pool up in those areas.
This year, the American Water Charitable Foundation awarded more than $750,000 through workforce readiness and STEM education grant programs. Well, coming up, the future of TikTok is once again up in the air, but President Trump says a deal is on the way. We'll have the latest. And later, we're making chili mac and cheese in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, Trump administration officials say an agreement has been reached with China to keep TikTok operational in the United States. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said a framework deal has been reached and President Trump will meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping Friday to finalize it. Bessent said the priority has been making sure the deal is fair for the Chinese and completely respects U.S. national security concerns. Bipartisan bill signed by former President Joe Biden last year banned TikTok in the U.S. unless its China-based owner ByteDance divested its stake in the U.S. assets of the social media company. And the uncertain future of TikTok is bringing concern to local businesses that have grown using TikTok as a marketing platform. Front Page in Joplin, for example, credits the app for growing its customer base. Choose Joplin, the page ran by the Joplin Chamber of Commerce, uses the app to promote the city of Joplin and attract a younger audience to the city.
I think TikTok has been really helpful for us to educate and make people aware of the amazing things that Joplin has to offer as far as quality of life. And it allows us to reach a different audience.
Well, President Trump has put enforcement on the ban on hold several times. And still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
If you like mac and cheese and chili, then you're going to love how we combine them to create a taste sensation that'll blow your mind.
We've got isolated pop-up storm chances later today, slightly better storm chances tomorrow. The latest when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon on what's become a hot and muggy day, more like August than September, but only a few more days to go. Maybe even not a few days, maybe just a day or so to go before things start to get a little better out there. Live look downtown Pittsburgh, a little hazy out there. It's a little bit on the muggy side. We talked about the dew points. They're in the 60s, near 70. It is quite muggy. Our heat index values are already pushing upper 80s, low 90s in Pittsburgh right now. The heat index is 95 degrees. This is what's left of showers and thunderstorms that developed east of the 35 corridor, but really stayed primarily west of our immediate area. They are beginning to fizzle out, and eventually we'll have our own opportunity for some isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms out there. But as you can see, they're still going to be extraordinarily isolated. Slightly better chances really along and east of 69, but that's going to be about it before they die out. Really about 8, maybe 9 at the latest. 9's pushing it, I think. As we go overnight, we're partly cloudy. We head into our Wednesday. Wednesday, by about 11 o'clock noon, we start to see scattered showers and thunderstorms building into parts of southeast Kansas, and then we get more pop-up storm development. But as you can see, it's a bit more widespread than what we're expecting today. It's been a consistency. There's still some data that suggests tomorrow we don't see this kind of coverage, and it's a little more limited like today. But we do have some data, like you're seeing here, that's still suggesting a few more of these pop-up storms potentially becoming scattered storms. We don't have any severe risks highlighted or associated with any of this activity at this point, but we could get these thunderstorms across the area again through the late evening hours. Then they begin to die out with just a few isolated storms. But that's the thing. This is 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday now. Thursday still looking like some decent thunderstorm chances, not severe weather, just better thunderstorm chances for some much needed rain out there building in as we head through Thursday morning. So as early as 3, it starts kind of isolated, but as we push through Thursday morning, we start to see a few more scattered showers and storms as we go into the afternoon hours as well. These begin to eventually kind of die out. Could have a few lingering shower storms out there after that. And then it's done for a bit before we go into Friday afternoon, and we're looking at another possible round of some pop-up storms. Like I said, at this point, there are no severe risk areas highlighted. In fact, the only severe risk area that's highlighted is for today, and it is up into northwestern Kansas and southwestern Nebraska and parts of Colorado. So it's nothing that we need to worry about. But we do have those pop-up storm chances out there. Highs today, again, averaging about 90, but it is muggy, and so we're seeing those heat index values climb a bit. Not much of a breeze really to help out with any of that. Into the overnight, again, partly cloudy, still mild. You saw what our average low should be, is about 60, our average high about 82. Not there. Where it did the upper 60s overnight tonight. Keep an eye on some thunderstorm chances tomorrow. Again, building in maybe 11 a.m. at the earliest and continuing through the late evening hours, because we're going to see new thunderstorm development overnight tomorrow night into Friday. And so, sorry, no, not tomorrow night, but you know what we were talking about. We got those storms still hot, though, for tomorrow. So we go low 90s out there, still a bit muggy. That's part of the fuel for those pop-up storms. But here's the thing. Tomorrow night, the reason we get more storms is that cold front builds in, and as it does so, it brings our temperatures down. They don't plummet, but for a little bit, they start to come a little closer to average. Still some pop-up storm chances possible into Saturday. And then next week, we do warm up a bit. Not as warm as we have been, but still above average, mid-upper 80s, with a few more pop-up storm chances next Monday and Tuesday. So while we don't have any severe weather, again, I know the commercial just ran, but it is a big reminder when thunder roars, head indoors. Just because the storms aren't severe doesn't mean the lightning isn't still dangerous. So just make sure you're playing it safe with these storms.
Absolutely. Chris, thanks. And stick around. We're making chili mac and cheese in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, today's Mr. Food recipe is all about taking comfort to the next level. Howard's making chili mac and cheese in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We're a nation that loves when we combine two classic flavors into one. I mean, who doesn't love peanut butter and chocolate or fried chicken and waffles? So today, let me show you a new favorite that combines our best mac and cheese with a shortcut beefy chili. We start by cooking some elbow macaroni according to the package directions. Once they're tender, we drain them. And while they sit for a sec, we melt some butter in the same pot. To that, we add some flour and dry mustard, along with a bit of salt and pepper. After this comes together, we stir in some milk and let it cook until it thickens up. Once it does, in goes lots of cheddar cheese. After it melts, we add our pasta, and into a casserole dish it goes. Some shortcut chili goes over that, along with more cheese and crispy fried onions. That'll give it the crispy, cheesy top we all love. After it's baked, it's time to call the troops to the table. Does this look amazing or what? And talk about the perfect combo. You get the creaminess of the mac and cheese and the beefiness from the chili. To get the recipe for our chili mac and cheese, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found two classics in one way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
We can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, a few pop-up storms possible later this afternoon, and then more scattered storms possible tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, into Thursday as well. Temperatures coming down a bit thanks to a cold front, and back in the weekend, low mid-80s out there again.
All right, and coming up tonight at 5, there's a new study out today on medications used to treat the symptoms of menopause. We're going to take a look at how it could help women weighing the benefits against the risk. Plus, KCU Joplin is providing health screenings for area children, and U.S. Senator Roger Marshall discusses the assassination of Charlie Kirk. You can join us for those stories and more tonight on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.